right. So for those of you that like to play poker, I can show you now how to figure out different poker hands. And that strategy we saw in the at least one club question of not overlapping and counting things separately will be important in this one. And this is just in addition, so if you want to write it on the back. If you're not interested in poker hands and you want to start working on questions, you can do that as well. So there's lots of decisions that have to be made in making a poker hand, and then we look at different kinds of cards and different suits to figure it out. So one of the things that can happen is two of a kind, which means you have two aces or two fives, and then the other three cards are all different. I do like poker. I use math to, it's not cheating, use math to sort of decipher what the probability is that you can win. There's sometimes that you can look at what's out there and you know that you have the best possible hand, then you know you're guaranteed to win. Doesn't matter what the other people have. But there's still a lot of chance. I haven't played a lot of poker. I did play poker once in Las Vegas, and it was very fun. And, well, it was fun probably because I won money. So. Just used as, yeah, but it also has to do with a lot of luck. I got lucky as well. But I started with $40 and I left with $400, so I was very excited. And I left when the person beside me, I was like, huh, it's weird. The guy kind of looks familiar. And then I realized I saw him on TV on a poker show. I'm like, okay, it's time to leave. Because even if you have, you know, you're using math and stuff like that, it's also based on a lot of experience. And if you've played a lot of times, then you're probably going to win more often as well. So I left while I was ahead. So two of a kind with all three different. So we've got 2.6 million poker hands in total. And you want to figure out how many ways you can get two of a kind. What we're going to do is there's 13 different numbers. So first of all, we're going to choose which number you're going to get the two of a kind with. Because you could get two of a kind with aces, kings, queens, jacks, fives, nines, all the different possibilities. So 13 choose one is choosing which number. Say you choose aces, because that would be the best two of a kind. Once you've chosen two aces, well, I've just decided on aces. How many aces are there in a deck? Four. So you need to also choose which two aces you're going to pick. So once you've chosen aces, you need to choose which two aces you're going to pick. So 13 choose 1 times 4 choose 2 will count all possible pairs that exist. 2 aces, 2 fives, 2 sixes, all the way through. So this together makes our pair. Now, there's going to be, after you take out the 4 aces, there's 48 cards out of the 52 that are left. But I can't just do 48 choose 3 because I might get another pair.
You chose 2 aces?
I chose 2 aces here. So now there's only 48 cards that could be left, because if I picked another ace, I wouldn't have 2 of a kind, I'd have 3 of a kind. But of the 48 cards that are left, I can't choose all 3 of them at the same time, because then I might get a second pair. But I also can't choose the other 2 aces. So there's only 48 left. So what we're going to do next, and the same idea here, is we're going to choose numbers first and then choose which card afterwards. There's 12 numbers left. And for our single cards, we need to choose which 3 of the numbers that are left to be our single cards. You could pick 5s, 9s, and 4s. Then how many 5s are there? There's 4 of them, but you just need to choose one of them. How many 9s are there? There's 4 of them, but you just need to choose one of them. And how many 3, or what did I say, 5 9s and 4s? It's 4 4s as well. Choose one of them. This is 2 of a kind. We'll do a couple of more, and then I'll show you a pattern that emerges after we've done a couple of them. 3 of a kind. And of course, you'd multiply that all through to get the number. We can do that afterwards. 3 of a kind, you have 13 numbers. You need to choose one of them to get your number, and then of those 4 cards, choose 3 of them. That'll give you 3 of a kind. You need 2 different cards to go with that. Well, now there's 12 numbers left, and you need to choose 2 of them, because you need 2 other numbers. And of those other numbers, there's 4 cards, choose 1, 4 cards, choose 1. Which will give you 2 single cards at the end. Oh, 2 of a kind we did, but 2 pairs we haven't done. So 2 pairs, an example, would be 2 8s, 2 5s, and a 7. So in this case, we start with 13, but if we're choosing our pairs, we need to choose 2 numbers. Your 8s, there's 4 of them, you choose 2. Your 5s, there's 4 of them, you choose 2. Then you just need one more card. There's 11 numbers left. You need to choose one of them. And 4, choose 1. This, of course, at this point, once you take out the 8 cards that were the 8s and the 5s, there's 44 cards left, and you could just do 44, choose 1. But I hope you can see that that's the same as 11, choose 1, 4, choose 1. And that'll give you 1 other card, 1 single card. So after we've done these 3 examples, what is emerging as a pattern for poker hands is you choose a number first, and you have to choose numbers of the same size at the same time. So for example, what I mean by that is in 2 pairs, we have 2 8s and 2 5s, so we need to choose those 2 numbers at the same time, because 8s and 5s is not different than 5s than 8s. So I choose 13, choose 2, because I have 2 pairs, and those numbers are the same size. Earlier, here, 13, choose 1, I can do all by itself, because there's only 1 number of that size. So this could be king, 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 5, 2. But the 5 and the 2 I have to choose at the same time, because they're the same size. Because 5 and 2, if I don't choose it at the same time, I'd count 2 and 5 as different. And in the first one, I had to choose these 3 numbers at the same time because they're the same size. So if you wanted to figure out what are the chances of getting 5 cards that are all different, you would have to do, first of all, 13 choose 5, because they're all the same, they're all single cards. And then 4, choose 1, 4, choose 1, 4, choose 1, 4, choose 1, 4, choose 1. And that would give you 5 different cards. Now, if you're a really poker fanatic, you'd also have to go in then and subtract the flushes and figure out how to do those as well. But this gives you a sense of different things. How hard is it to get 4 of a kind? Pretty unlikely. That's a very good hand. First, you'd have to choose which number you're going to get 4 of a kind in, and then do 4, choose 4. Then from the remaining 48 cards, you need one more card, which you could do as 48, choose 1, or you could say there's 12 cards left, I need to choose 1, and of those 4 that I choose, 1 card of those 4. And that would give you 4 of a kind. So if you'd like, you can try some different poker hands, but now you get an idea.